terms of the median price in Berwick, it sits at $770K for a 3-bed. We're looking at the better quality stock. So from a price point that we're looking at, we're around starting point $830 up to $900. So probably more on the higher end of the scale for the first time buyer potentially. That is a 500 square metre block as a minimum that we're looking at in this area. Auction clearance rate above 60%, so roughly in line with, I guess, the Melbourne average. Very family driven though. So owner-occupier over 80% in Berwick.
And why is that, right? They call it the Toorak of the Outer East. I don't know if that's an overstatement, but it's school catchment areas. You've got access to both lifestyle drivers as well as work drivers. So you're super close to the Clayton precinct, which is the Monash University precinct. For those that don't know, that precinct is the second largest CBD in Victoria. So a lot of jobs out of there, the hospital, university, etc.
And looking at the growth, last year, when it was on its knees, did 2.7% growth for the year. It's tracking to do 5 to 10% this year alone. So it's already got the drivers in place for some serious growth this year.
And that's why we like and never underestimate the value of buying in owner-occupier dominated areas. Because exactly last year, majority, 85% of the Melbourne market reported a loss. The ones that reported a gain were those that were heavily dominated by owner-occupier activity. So yes, when there's a rising market, everything's going to be positive. Everyone's going to report growth. And then the Wild West, your Meltons, etc., can say, look, we bought a property for $550, it went to $750. The moment there's a downturn, that's when the tide goes out, you can see who's swimming naked. So that's the analogy. When the tide goes out, you see who's swimming naked. And that's what we want to look for. It's all about capital growth and maximising your uplift, but it's also protecting your downside. And that's why I like a Berwick for that own occupier.